Alright, now comes the real work. A persuader. Alright, so now I gotta cut the old crap out. As I said, I've kind of got this pretty well prepared, so going back will probably be pretty smooth, I would expect. Might have to make a second cut on this when all is said and done, but in the meantime, lines out of our way. Yeah, okay. We don't mess around. It's been 5 years since I've been in here cleaning. Might as well take this opportunity now to clean up. I've pulled out my rubber mat, hosed it all down, put that back under there, keep my pumps at the right level. Very nice. Put our new pump into place, in position. Better make sure I got my gasket in there and have an O-ring good. Okay, now this is where it gets fun. I gotta figure out how this valve, if I was lucky, which I might be, this might actually fit on here. Nope, no such luck. So what that means is that lip going to my chiller, I'm gonna have to cut it on the other side and glue a new union to it, and then hope that this will line up nicely through the hole, get that thing out of the way, which naturally it ain't.
So why couldn't you put an elbow on the right hand side of that T? Would that not move it over enough that it would then line up with your exit?
Not really, because of orientation of this pump and the side that it's on. No. Now we get to hope that we don't need to make a run to a hardware store, because I'm now thinking that I'm going to have to do something different. I know I've got a 1-inch double union ball valve. It can go on the other side in there, but I want to be able to, if I have to modify this plumbing, not have to cut again. So I'm going to need to make a different T-fitting. Let's see what we got here.
How you doing there, Slick? Groovy, eh?
Alright, so I've come up with a solution. It's not necessarily ideal. It'll work fine nonetheless. What I'm going to end up doing is opening up a hole, opening up the line or the hole in the wall where it goes through. Out there, I'm going to open it up a little bit so that I can just have that union ball valve go straight into the wall, and on the other side here, I'm going to cut out some of the drywall in there so that I've got some space to access the valve. Make sure I have these studs in here, which I don't. So there's room. Time to take a quick break and recharge, and make sure I have another double union ball valve, which here's I do. Not an ideal one, but it'll work temporarily. And we can tackle this. You don't happen to have a 1-inch union in your car, do you?
Possible, never know what's in the van. It's always surprised me in the past. Slip?
Yeah.
It's just a union fitting?
No, I can get away with a union.
Huh?
Yeah, I can get away with a union.
But a slip union in 1 inch.
Yeah, then I need a extra fitting. Alright, so earlier on the episode, I said that I'm usually very prepared and this should go smooth. Well, apparently I wasn't as prepared as I thought, and I did run into an issue with the way the pumps are going to line up. The old pump had the volute or the return line on the opposite end, and it put me closer to the wall with this new pump. So I had to rethink things, and of course I didn't have extra fittings that I needed, so we had to run to the hardware store.
Road trip!
Road trip. Fortunately, the hardware store is not far from here, so now the next step is to figure out how we're going to get my little chiller line, or the line that goes underground.
The geothermal line.
Which again, I don't think I need. These new pumps aren't going to transfer much heat, so really I shouldn't even need them. So while I'm putting them in there, I'm not really sure, but I kind of err on the side of caution. Better safe than sorry, because I have found that line to be valuable in the summer months. So with that said, now I need to figure out how we're going to connect this to that, and it seems that at this point my best solution is going to be to put a union on the end of this fitting here, and then I'll put a valve on the other side. Not exactly what I was aiming for, but it'll work just fine. So first things first, and that's going to be to figure out exactly where this is going to fall here.
So what are you going to do now?
I'm going to give myself some space here, cover up our pump, and get jiggy with the jigsaw.
So you're going to what? Oval out that hole?
Yep. That is the plan.
Covering it up to try to minimize the splatter?
Yep, exactly. Let me just double check one thing.
Blood splatter?
Sure, blood splatter. Nice.
Get it?
Got it.
Let's see your hole. Oh boy, pretty hole.
Yeah. So pretty. Yeah, he gets it every now and then. Of course, that fucker. All right. I go like that. All right. So now I'm gonna need.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna start gluing.
Yeah? You have a plan?
More or less, kind of winging it here.
Well, usually when it involves glue, it's a pretty permanent situation.
Yes. Alright, time to go cut some fittings.
Cut some fittings or cut some pipe?
Cut some pipe.
Oh, a pipe cutter.
Yippee-ki-yay. Chop saw. Chop saw.
Royal Exclusive is the manufacturer of the highest quality German-made protein skimmers, pumps, and filter systems. The coveted Bubble King protein skimmers are made with the finest materials available and the world's quietest and most efficient internal and external skimmers. Royal Exclusive Red Dragon RD3 pumps are the highest quality, most efficient, and silent variable speed pumps on the market. They range in flow from 1,300 gallons per hour to over 5,400 gallons per hour. Royal Exclusive Dreambox filter systems feature welded PVC construction that's built to last a lifetime. They feature internally adjustable water levels, custom inset lids, optional internal LED lighting, internal media reactors, and so much more. Check out royalexclusive.net and royalexclusive.com for more information. Reef Hobbyist magazine believes that our hobby, our fellow hobbyists, and the animals in our care are best served by the free distribution of quality information. Reef Hobbyist magazine provides hobbyists with critical husbandry information with an emphasis on marine ornamental breeding efforts. Reef Hobbyist magazine is available for free in local fish stores across the country, or you can subscribe at www.reefhobbyistmagazine.com.
Alright, now that we've ripped our stuff apart here, gotta make sure we have the right fittings back together, which we do. Pony. Alright, so next step is to glue our union onto the flex PVC line that's going to my chiller loop. And what I'm going to do, since it's flex PVC and it's old, is I'm going to hit it with some rubbing alcohol. I've already kind of wiped it off and cleaned it off, but the rubbing alcohol will get any other nasty stuff off.
Sanitary.
Yeah, well,
Sober.
make for a cleaner joint. I don't want to have any issues.
So the union fitting is attached to the end of the geothermal line in the closet. And you're now assembling what?
Putting the union onto this. Is the right one, right? Before I glue, better double check. Got fittings all over, and that would be a major screw up and just my luck. That's all good. So now we're really moving along. Again.
Deviated from the plan, but we're back now on the plan.
Yep. Something to that effect.
Gonna have to cut what piece?
Well, the original return line is way out here, and it's going to need to be in a lot closer. So I'm going to need to cut this line close to the wall so that I can tie in here. Now, I just need to make sure that I got another 2-inch elbow, which damn well better.
2-inch elbow?
Yeah.
2-inch elbow?
2-inch elbow. Grab me that bag back behind you. There's nothing in there.
2-inch elbow, huh?
I need a 2-inch elbow.
Another trip back to Lowe's?
No, I shouldn't need to go back to Lowe's.
Let's hope not.
No, I shouldn't need to go back to Lowe's. do, sir.
Ooh, lucky boy, huh?
Curves. Okay, so this is going to go there. Tie in that. Come out there. Alright, this is where it's going to get fun.
I thought we were already having fun.
Big fun.
Big fun? Bigger fun?
Okay.
More modification?
Yep, gotta cut off the rest of that elbow there.
Get that persuader out there.
Good fun because I got some wires back there. I got really
Uh-oh. So if I see your skeleton, I should pull the plug?
Yeah, right. Oh, fuck. This will be interesting.
Successful?
Yep. Good. Okay, so we're kind of in the home stretch here, and this is where things, have to...
Get a little more precise.
Yeah, exactly.
You're looking for something that's going to give you some flexibility?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have a little bit of wiggle room here. Oh, actually, I got...
Tell you, why don't you come on out of there for a second and let's look up there and maybe we can all see what it is you're doing. So
I put this old piece in here just to kind of get a reference of how things line up. And what we're going to need to do is tie that line here through the use of this union ball valve. That'll go up in line here and then tie it into that fitting. So we're going to have to tie this fitting here into that fitting up there. And I have a little bit of wiggle room here with this piece, but not an awful lot. I have some room to go in and out, which is good. But basically I've got to get my length spot on. So therein lies the challenge, and I'm usually pretty good at this, so hopefully we hit it out of the ballpark the first go around. And that's it. So now to get some measurements. Here we go. Now I'm going to figure this thing. I need is 1.5. Alright, so we're in the home stretch here. Got this whole piece laid out. That'll connect to the line that goes back to the tank. We're going to glue this piece together here next. And then essentially I'll be able to slide this in and glue this last fitting. It's obviously a precarious spot up there, and if I had this union connected, trying to glue it all together would have been a nightmare and a half. So next step is to glue this piece outside, then I'll be able to put the whole piece in there and then glue this last fitting. So
alright, well good luck there, Sparky.
Yep. Let's figure out how we're going to get in here and do this. This is the fun part. Helps being little.
Okay. Or in my case, helps being big. I don't have to go in there.
Well, at least we didn't get one of those "that's what she said" comments. The only issue I'm going to have, I might actually need your help, Jim.
Uh-oh. I thought being big got me out of that.
Yeah, well, get some of this stuff out of our way.
Clean working area is a safe working area.
Yeah, well, a messy working area is a sign of a brilliant mind. That's what I try to convince myself. Alright, so I've got to glue this onto a piece of PVC back there. It's on the very back wall in there.
Okay.
And when I go to push this on, that piece of PVC is going to want to push away.
Okay.
So I'm going to probably need you in the closet over there, pushing on the piece of PVC that goes down from the top of the tank. There's a big 2-inch piece of PVC. If you look in that closet, very back in there. See that big long piece going down?
Oh yeah.
This one here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll probably lead you on that piece. Applying
Okay.
pressure when I go to glue.
All right.
Fire up the return pump. Although I am thinking that maybe I ought to get the rest of the stuff and give things a little bit of time to breathe out so we're not putting a bunch of fumes in the tank. Not that it really matters. Wouldn't be the first time I've done that. You're in good shape. Alright, so last thing to do is to get our other pump back in here. I'll do that right now. Uh-oh. Oh, we got an issue.